Hello YouTube, what is going on? It is I, Tesla Mouse here, bringing you the first part of this 45 to 50 minute battle that I had the other day. Just gonna warn you, it's really stally and yeah, you might get bored. I don't blame you if you skip it, but still, at least try to check it out and we're gonna get started with this battle. So I'm facing Passerby Tycoon. Oops. He's going to open up with his Galvantula, and I'm going to open up with my Rotom Wash. I knew he had Sticky Web, but I decided to go Volt Switch, attacking the Galvantula. So I'm going to switch out into Infernape. Galvantula is going to use its Sticky Web predictably. Unfortunately, I didn't have my Magic Bouncer, so I couldn't really switch into Espeon or Mega Absol. He's going to switch into Vaporeon, and I'm going to Thunder Punch. He was predicting that I would go for a Fire Punch or something, but nope, I did not. So Vaporeon's going to get healed with some leftovers. I'm going to go for another Thunder Punch. And actually, I go for a close combat. And Vaporeon uses Protect. And I probably should have went for a close combat here. I don't know why I went for Thunder Punch, but I did, so that pretty much cost me Infernape, so Vaporeon's going to use Scald and take Infernape out, because Infernape doesn't have good special defense. So out goes Infernape. I'm going to send back out my Rotom. It's going to use Protect. Gonna Volt Switch it next turn. But he's gonna withdraw Vaporeon and go into T-Tar. So out comes Tyranitar. And Tyranitar's gonna get the Sand Scream off. Gonna hit Volt Switch on T-Tar. It does very little damage. So gonna switch out Rotom, and I really wish I had my Infernape on me. Out comes Vaporeon, which gets caught in a Sticky Web. So Vaporeon's gonna get healed from its leftovers, and gonna use Protect just to scout out what Tyranitar is gonna do. Crunch doesn't hit, and now I'm gonna go for my Scald to hopefully burn it. Tyranitar is going to crunch Vaporeon. And I'm going to get Scald off, hoping for a burn. But unfortunately, no such luck. Going to get buffeted by the Sandstorm. But Leftovers is going to heal some health back. Tyranitar is going to crunch again. He probably should have switched on to Vaporeon because he should have known that I was going to go for another Scald. Scald is going to hit. And does it get the burn? No, it doesn't. Not this time. So, Leftovers is going to heal some more HP. Crunch again. I think this is when he gets the... Yep, he gets the defense drop here. And I'm going to go for a Wish. Just because I want to restore some HP as well. Sandstorm is gone. Leftovers is healed. He's going to switch on to Tyranitar. Switch out from Tyranitar, anticipating a Scald. But I'm going to Protect. I'm going to get the Wish health back. Leftovers is going to revitalize some HP in it. He's gonna Wish. And I'm gonna Toxic, but I unfortunately missed it. Whoops. Drop something. Leftovers, you know, I'm sorry this isn't the most thrilling battle. I'm going to Protect. And unfortunately, Roar gets through Protect. I'm not sure why, but it does. So, out comes my Sylveon, which gets trapped in the Sticky Web. And Wish is going to revitalize some HP, and this is a really stally battle. Not even going to lie. I'm going to switch Sylveon out, and I'm going to go into my Rotom Wash. No, I'm going to go into Vaporeon, actually. So I was anticipating a Scald. So another speed drop from the Sticky Web. Unfortunately, Vaporeon goes for the Protect. Leftovers again. Yeah, this pretty much goes nowhere for a few. I'm going to switch out into Skizor for whatever reason. I'm not quite sure why. Oh yeah, he was anticipating a Toxic. Yep, that was a good move on his part. Skizor's gonna U-turn. Does a fairly decent amount of damage, like close to 50%. Skizor switches out into Vaporeon, anticipating my Scald. Unfortunately, Water Absorb activates. So yeah. HP, Revitalize. I'm gonna switch out into Rotom. But unfortunately, Vaporeon roars. He was anticipating. No, he didn't anticipate it, but he just wanted to roar out my Vaporeon. But instead, Vaporeon comes back. So yeah. Sticky Web again. HP recovery, etc., etc. They both go for the Wish. And now some HP restored. I was actually scalding, hoping that he was going to switch into Skizor, anticipating another Toxic, but nope, that did not happen. So now out comes my Skizor, or Scizor, whatever. Speed drop. I'm gonna withdraw his Vaporeon and go into his Scizor. And I'm gonna withdraw my Scizor and go into, I think, Rotom. Yep, Rotom. Bullet Punch is gonna hit Rotom for quadruple resisted damage. I'm gonna Volt Switch out. That did actually a very good chunk of damage. And I'm gonna switch out to Noivern, because Noivern has Flamethrower, and I was hoping to take it out. But sadly, he's going to withdraw Scizor and go into Tyranitar. So Flamethrower is gonna hit Tyranitar. And it gets burned, thankfully. Yeah. So Tyranitar is burned. I switch Noivern out. And I go into Vaporeon again. Because Tyranitar is burned and has very little. And his attack is cut in half. And damn that Stone Edge. But it doesn't do much, so yeah. Leftovers heals. And the burn takes care of Tyranitar a little bit. He's gonna withdraw into, I think, Vaporeon, because he's anticipating a Scald, sorry. But I go for Wish and not Scald, because now I know better. Take some damage from the Sandstorm. And unfortunately, my camera's dying even though the battery was charged. Fantastic. This might be a 10-minute. This might be put into 10-minute parts. God damn. So I protect and roar again. Fantastic. Well, thankfully my Rotom comes out and gets buffeted by a sandstorm. But Wish heals Rotom. Now Rotom's gonna hit a Volt Switch. Does an alright amount of damage to that tanky Vaporeon. And out comes my Vaporeon. Sticky Web again, yeah. Sticky Web is really annoying. He wishes. And wish again. Well, I'm leftover, sorry, I'm just a little tired. I'm gonna withdraw that Vaporeon and go into Charizard. But I hit Toxic, so now Charizard's poisoned. Charizard takes some poison damage. I'm gonna switch out of Vaporeon and go into Sylveon. Not quite sure why. Gets caught in a Sticky Web. And Charizard Y is going to be coming out. Mega Evolve time. But unfortunately for you, you're gonna have to wait until the next part to see what happens because my camera is dying. So, in the next part, we will continue this battle. See you later.